The end of a funky era.
Well, I thought we were officially done with talking about this particular topic, Heather.
Sort of, yes, but...
You love drama?
No. Something huge happened today.
Oh my God, it is drama. I can smell it.
In case you missed all of the Funky Bop alleged scammer drama, Chris is going to link all of our videos in the description below, plus a couple videos from Poppin Duo and Funko 411 to explain the entire situation. But basically what had occurred is some mystery box company was putting alleged fakes in their boxes. Well, now, today, we have learned that at least 2 of the pops that were put into one of the mystery boxes are fake.
What?
Yeah, so now he can't say, no they ain't, because PSA had the final say, mother. In our last video about this topic, Funky Bop actually said that he was shutting his business doors and he blamed it on YouTubers, i.e. us, the Poppin Duo, and Funko 411, pretending that we were all just trying to take him down, which we weren't. There was a ton of situational evidence against him, plus some very questionable things on these fake Funko Pops, not alleged anymore.
We weren't trying to take them down, it just ended up that way.
If you're putting fake pops in your mystery boxes, you're gonna get found out at some point in time.
You're going to be taken down at some point in time, but let me tell you something. Don't let Heather get the stink. If you smell the stink, you're going to catch them.
And something smelled funky. Anyway, he tried to pretend like the reason that he was shutting his doors was because of videos posted by us 3 YouTube channels, not the fact that he was packing fakes in his mystery boxes, which has now been actually proven. So we can say that it's not alleged fakes, they are fake.
Oh my God, and how did we find that out, Heather?
I got a message this morning, bright and early, from the person who submitted 2 Funko Pops that he got from one mystery box run with Funky Bop.
Can we call them Funky Pops because they're fakes from Funky Bop?
Ooh, yeah, they got some Funky Pops out of these Funky Bops boxes. This is the mystery box in question. It went on sale October 11th, 2024. Take note of the top hits. So in the top left, you have Freddy Funko as C-3PO, and in the top right, you have the Jolly Roger Glow Funko Pop. A big thing that we noted was that the Jolly Roger Glow is limited to only 1,000 pieces, but these were showing up pretty often in Funky Bop's mystery boxes, and we talked to 2 very reputable, very well-known mystery box companies, both of which purchase collections and thoroughly vet their Funko Pops and ensure that they are not fake. They both said that they would maybe come across one of these Jolly Roger Pops a year.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I think at like their height, it might have been 2.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's it. But if you scroll Funky Bop's Instagram page, don't know how much longer it's gonna be up, but you'll see this as a top hit pretty frequently. So each box was $399.99 with free shipping.
That's expensive.
Yes, and each box was valued at $420 and up, guaranteed PPG value as of 10/10/2024 with 1 to 3 random Funko Pops. They will each be in a pre-packaged box. Some boxes may have cash to match box promised value.
They were like putting actual cash in the box?
I don't know if they're putting cash in the box. I don't know how that worked. If you know how that worked, comment down below.
That's the first time I heard about that part.
The boxes are on a first come first served basis with only 10 in stock. Okay, so that makes a little bit more sense. Because I was like, how did this person get 2 of the top hits in one box? But it was extremely limited. There were only 10 of these boxes. Here's our first order, $399.99. It was placed October 11th. And then their second order was $399.99, placed October 12th. The top hits that this person received were the Freddy Funko as C-3PO and the glow-in-the-dark Jolly Roger. They submitted to SWAU for like a quick check. It was basically like you take a picture of it and then they can say if they think it's authentic or not authentic, but then there are places, I think SWAU actually allows you to send it in and like really get it looked over, but this is just like a quick turnaround.
But they actually will analyze the Funko Pop in person.
Yes. But this person decided to go to PSA instead of SWAU because apparently PSA tends to have a bit of a better reputation than SWAU. I don't want to get into that.
I don't know anything about this because I don't get anything graded. So I wouldn't know any better. I would actually reach out to somebody who knew what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, which is what I believe this person did, and they're like, hey, who should I send these into?
No, that's great because you want to go to the source that's going to be the best for a scenario like this one because he believed that these were fake based off of everything that's been going on. Yeah. So you want to send it to the most reputable so they can figure it out, and we have solid evidence from somebody who is grading these to tell us if it's real or fake. And I'm assuming you have real results?
I do have real results. Real fake results.
Oh.
So at 8:55 a.m. this morning, the person who sent those pops into PSA said, PSA just got back to me and they are confirmed fake. Apparently they already emailed Funky Bop, but Funky Bop stopped responding last week.
Oh no!
This is where things get interesting. The person who got the fake results back from PSA said that they just disputed through a firm again with the PSA results. Because I think it had been so long since he realized that he had potential fakes, he didn't go after a refund, and now it's been since October 2024.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so you're not likely to get your money back, but the PSA results might change something.
It could sway things because he spent all this money on things that are not authentic.
Yeah, and it's not their fault that they're just now finding out.
You know, it's sad because most people probably do not know. I bet you there are people who have still purchased from this person and have no clue that they have fake Funko Pops in their collection.
Probably.
These videos really need to be shared. I'm not talking about just our videos, but the videos from the other YouTube channels that we're posting down below. We really need to share awareness so people who have purchased this box do know.
Absolutely. I think it's really important to be informed and pay very close attention of what's going on in the community, even if you are a pretty casual collector, because casual collectors are probably pretty excited about mystery boxes. I mean, when we first started, I wouldn't call us casual. I mean, we would collect just about anything. It was very exciting to get a mystery box, and I've bought mystery boxes of things that I wouldn't normally collect but just seem really cool.
Well, especially if you're pulling something great like these things, right? These top hits.
Yeah.
So now you have them in your collection. You're real proud of it. They're probably telling all their friends, like, I opened the box and look what I got. Yeah. And now to find out that it's fake is just such a slap in the face.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify, I don't think a casual collector would spend $400 on a mystery box.
True.
But there are lower end mystery boxes that are like 15 and 20 bucks. But you could receive a top hit that's like super graily. There's only like one or two. This was like a guaranteed value of $420.
This is what makes mystery boxes scary. That's what we've talked about in past videos. Because you're getting stuff and you're thinking it's the greatest thing ever, only to find out that it's a fake. I've done trades before and received fakes in return and didn't realize for years. Yeah. And I had no idea who I traded with. I completely forgot.
The problem is there are some reputable mystery box companies out there.
Absolutely.
When things like this happen, it's like, well...
You give them a bad name and you never want to do it again. And who could blame them after you spend $400 on a mystery box? Dude should be ashamed of himself for doing this.
Absolutely. It's just mind-blowing. This person who got their pops graded through PSA has been in contact with Funky Bop. They actually dug for Funky Bop's phone number and they found it.
Oh my God.
Yes. So they texted Funky Bop and that's when they got a response.
Whoa.
Basically what was said was, if I don't receive a refund, I'm going after you legally.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
And take note of that because I have some pretty heavy news in regards to that. Okay, so basically Funky Bop is saying, I'll refund you one time as a courtesy, But this is not me admitting that these pops are counterfeit.
Oh my God, okay.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like, this is how crazy the situation is. He's like, in no way, shape, or form am I admitting that these pops are counterfeit.
Well, he's smart to say that, because if he does admit that, then he's going to have to give all these people their money back. So he's doing it in such a way where he's like, hey, I'm not going to say that they're fake, but I'll give you your money back this one time. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying legally, that's probably the best thing he could do right now.
Well, the problem is this person spent money to send these 2 pops to PSA, and Funky Bop wouldn't even pay for that. Like, if someone were accusing me and my business of doing something shady, I would do everything in my power to get proof that that's not true. So I would have gladly paid the money to PSA for somebody else to get those pops graded if it clears my name.
I knew you would, and that's because you're reputable. Because you're a stand-up person. This person is not.
This whole time, Funky Bop has basically been saying, like, I'm the victim. I had no idea. I bought pops from China and didn't even know who they were and where they were getting them from.
I know. Look, he said a lot already, and the things that he said, and when he tries to prove stuff, it blows up into his face. It's just not good. And nothing that, at this point, he might as well just close everything down and just disappear. This is not looking good for him.
Yeah, well, I think he has. So I asked him for a comment this morning on Instagram. He hasn't even replied.
No, he's not going to respond.
No, of course he's not. But anyway, here is the email from PSA. It basically says that their team determined that these were ineligible to be processed, like graded, due to too many discrepancies between the authentic Funko Pops and the examples submitted. If too many qualities of the Funkos are not representative of the real Funko Pops, then our team would provide this determination. I hope this update has been helpful.
No, that's fantastic, but I don't like how they called them Funkos. That's pissing me off.
I know, I was gonna say that. This person replied and was like, hey, like, what did you see about this that is
the specific
inauthentic
stuff?
Yeah. So per PSA policy, we do not provide specific details on the why for items being deemed inauthentic, as this information can be used by counterfeiters to circumvent the authentication process and improve their ability to produce fake products.
Oh, interesting.
Very smart.
That's an interesting response.
Our team will not provide me with the details of their determination for this reason if requested. They can only state that these items are not representative of authentic Funko Pop products. You may share this email/screenshot of your item determinations to prove/facilitate a refund. I apologize if this is not the exact response you were expecting. If you have any more questions, please let us know.
Austin, that is the best response that we could have received, or this person could have received. But that's fantastic and very good reasoning as to why you would not explain what the issues are.
Yeah, well, we sort of have. But I think, it was for good reason, because now, specifically the Jolly Roger 1,000 piece count, I think we did a pretty good job at like pointing out like the sticker issues on that. I completely understand what PSA is saying.
Good Lord, Heather, when you get into this stuff, you just completely annihilate. You're like the Terminator.
Yeah, I'm really excited that we don't have to use the word allegedly anymore. So you want to hear something really interesting? That
this person still has an eBay store where they're selling things?
Well, before that. But yeah, they do have an eBay store, so stay tuned for that. Funky Bop dissolved their business in November of last year.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I'm curious as to why, because I heard they were no longer an LLC, but I thought it would be like last week or the week before. But it was November. So you know what's really fucked up about this? If enough people see these videos and get worked up and can prove that they have counterfeit items, they could do a lawsuit and it wouldn't be against Funky Bops. It would be against the owner, because he's not an LLC. So he would get sued, not his business.
It sucks, I think is what you're saying, for him.
It sucks for him, but
he's doing all the wrong things.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have given people their money back and accepted the Funko Pops back. I mean, if he did not know about this, like he didn't know they were fakes, that means he should have done his homework and figured out where his Funko Pops were coming from to put inside of his mystery box.
He absolutely should have. And when he was getting multiple of the 1,000 piece Jolly Rogers, like, come on. Like, you're not going to question that. I've never even seen one of those in real life. How often are you going to come across that? He had so many in mystery boxes.
This is unreal, man. I just can't believe, one, that somebody is willing to do stuff like this, but maybe I shouldn't be. There are people out there scamming every single day in some way, shape, or form. This is such a skeevy way to do it.
And he thought that he would never get caught. He's like one of the Scooby-Doo villains. He's like, I wouldn't have gotten caught if it weren't for you meddling kids.
You meddling YouTubers.
Yeah, pointing at all of us YouTubers.
Good job, because people deserve to know. They deserve to get their money back, or deserve to get the real Funko Pop. Like, he can go hunt down these Funko Pops and give them the real things.
So you mentioned the eBay store, so I just want to make all of you out there aware that he changed the name to his eBay store, and I recommend that you go over there right now and you bookmark his eBay store just in case he changes the name again, so you know not to buy from this person, specifically with higher end grails. This is Funky Bop's new name for their eBay store, the Pop Culture Company. 94.7% positive feedback. Wow. Honestly shocked it's even that high. I mean, that's like really bad in terms of eBay.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know. I don't keep up with eBay, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, so one thing I would like to note is that he has this 24-piece Bob's Big Boy Freddy Funko that was exclusive to Fun Days a few years ago. I can confidently say that this is a fake.
You can. How can you tell?
These, just like those Venom 24-piece counts, have been hoarded by one person for the most part. This person owns 19 of them, and they know where the rest of them are.
This Funko Pop.
This Funko Pop. They can tell you what either country or state that they are located in.
Interesting.
And this person has connections to those people that own the other big boys. They said, if you ever sell this, let me know first.
So you're saying this isn't one of the ones that they're tracking?
This is not legitimate. This, apparently, on the early fakes, see that number?
Yeah.
That was red. But the counterfeiters learned that, similar to what PSA said. They were like, oh, we don't want counterfeiters to know the tells. So they corrected it. So they did like a better fake. But the problem is, specifically on the back, this rectangle should be more of a square.
Oh.
And these should not be like overlapping the way that they are. Like, these are very inconsistent.
So it's like a poor paint job, I guess?
It is poorly done, but this is absolutely 100% counterfeit.
Wow. And he's trying to sell it for $1,000.
Yeah. And this has been up for like 6 days now, and no one has bid on it.
Of course not.
I think people know it's not the real deal. Either that or people aren't interested in Funko. But absolutely do not 100% bid on this. And one last kicker, you know what he told the person who got the PSA results today? Send the pops back to me and I'll refund you. Why does he need these counterfeit pops? It's weird, right?
It is weird, but I mean, I guess I understand when you do a refund or a return, you send the items back and then you get your money. That's kind of like everything, right? Amazon, you have to return it in order to get your money back. So maybe that's his thinking.
But what's he going to do with it?
I don't know, but I don't think that's relevant. I think returning the items and getting your money back is the way the process would normally work. However, knowing how this guy does a lot of shady shit, I don't know if I would trust it.
Really sketchy. I wouldn't be surprised if the person who got them graded on PSA were to return them, and then you'd see them on Funky Bop's new eBay store.
That would be wild.
Yeah, that would be wild. Super, super crazy. But apparently Funky Bop had like a no refunds policy. That doesn't fucking protect you when you're putting fakes in people's boxes.
I understand that.
If you put fakes in someone's boxes, they absolutely deserve a refund. And this person, he basically said, you know, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm the victim here. I had no idea that my Chinese source was sending me fakes. Now he's like taking the money and running.
Pretty much. Changing his name, probably gonna shut down that Instagram, be my guess, allegedly. I thought we were done with this, but I guess not.
I don't think there's going to be much to note past this. I feel good knowing that there's one less scammer out there.
You did good work, Heather, and so did the other YouTubers. If it weren't for their work, we wouldn't be doing any of this. So
yeah, and specifically,
so good on them.
Yeah, and specifically, thank you to the person who submitted those 2 pops to PSA. I mean, that
good job.
Proved everything.
One last nail in the coffin.
Smell you later, funky slop.
So let us know what you think about all this and more in the comment section down below. If you've been affected by this mystery box seller, we would love to know. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons with Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Joe Grioli, Fawaka, Cody Laws, Sativa Shower, Jeff Lopez, Effigy Dyer, Pistachio 32, Belinda Jean, and Jeff Wilson. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast if you want to join in on the fun. We do Google Meet calls every single month, and we're actually doing one this upcoming Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. You have to be a levels 2, 3, or 4 patron in order to be a part of it. I highly recommend it. We do giveaways there. We show you upcoming Mischief toy stuff and much more. This call is going to be a very important one because it's taking place just before we go to Living Dead Weekend in June, just before our Day of Mischief, which takes place in about a week and a half, and also before our Guar Drop, which takes place next week. We have 3 huge Mischief Toys things going on right before this call, so we're going to be showing you a lot of stuff and discussing a lot of stuff. I think you're going to love it, so make sure that you tune in. Check out patreon.com/Gastlecast for more. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. Come back and watch our videos. We post every day, and we go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, that's all we've got for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.